Hello, my name is Shasha Ismail, and I am a graduating senior and member of the Honors College here at Sam Houston State. I major in criminal justice with a double minor in accounting and management information systems. Today, I will be presenting to you my honors thesis, which came from my interest in fraud and white-collar crime. My research today will be about gender and white-collar crime, how general strain theory and institutional Nomia theory can explain female and male white-collar criminals. White-collar crime is defined by the FBI as the concealment or violation of trust to avoid losing money, property, or services to secure a personal or business advantage. Some examples of white-collar crime can range from minor employee fraud and embezzlement to your well-known Ponzi schemes and organizational Enron scandals. Needless to say, there is a variety of white-collar crimes. White-collar crimes has had many theoretical explanations, one of them being institutional Nomia theory. Mortonian IAT places an emphasis on financial strain, leading to an individual to be more likely to commit a violent offense. Some examples of financial strain would be not earning enough money or living beyond your means. Research suggests that IAT could be better suited to explain white-collar crime, as it provides a financial reason for why an individual would commit a white-collar offense. For instance, desire for financial success to achieve the American dream could push an individual to turn to illegitimate means to achieve financial success. Illegitimate means, however, is not limited to violent crimes. The individual could participate in nonviolent crimes such as white-collar crimes, which are primarily financially motivated. The second theory is general strain theory, or GST, is defined by Agnew, suggesting that violent offending is more likely to occur in individuals who have a negative or stressful life experience and have negative emotionality as a result of these experiences, are more likely to commit a violent offense to reduce the strain. Examples of GST are going through a divorce, growing up in an unstable family environment, and being in a stressful work environment. It is important to note that GST places an emphasis on the individual's environment that pushes him or her to offend. GST could also, in comparison to IET, be able to explain white-collar crime because it could explain the environmental reasons why an individual would commit a white-collar offense. For example, individuals with more dependents could be motivated to commit a white-collar offense. With the need to provide for more people, the individual may be placed under pressure to make more money to support their dependents. This crucially shows the environmental influence of why an individual would commit a white-collar offense. So what's missing from all this current literature? First is a competing test to determine if monetary strain or another form of strain could influence white-collar offending. The second is the role of gender. General strain could be better equipped to explain female offending, while IET could explain male white-collar offending. This is due to traditional gender roles established by society. Traditionally, men are seen as the breadwinner of the family, leading them to be exposed to monetary stressors, which is in line with IET. Women, on the other hand, are seen as homemakers. Even for working women, many still hold traditional homemaker roles, still exposing them to environmental stressors outlined by GST. The following are research questions that guided our study. First, do the tenets of IET or GST provide better correlates of white-collar offending? And secondly, does IET or GST matter for white-collar offending across gender? Through these questions, we expect to find that both GST and IET show invariance. However, GST would be better equipped. GST would apply to female white collar would explain female white collar offending, while IET is able to explain no white collar offending. The following is our methods that guide the following are methods for the research. We use secondary data taken between 1976 to 1978 with a sample of 1,910 white-collar crime offenders. Within this sample, there are 1,599 men and 311 women. The variables are as follows. The dependent variable offending behavior was dichotomized into 0, which represents low-level white-collar offenses, including embezzlement, bribery, and mail fraud, and 1, which represents middle-level and complex violations like the SEC and antitrust violations. Independent variables include employment history, motivation for the offense, and academic performance, all which are coded dichotomously as well. Specifically, number of dependents, number of legal marriages, and family cohesion before the age of 16 are taught to be representative of GST strains, while liabilities and assets and financial motivation for the crime are taught to represent IET strains. The analysis is a logistic regression analysis tested against the full sample and the gender stratified sample. The first set of results is representative of the complete sample. Found it that compared to those reporting steady unemployment, participants who report being steadily unemployed are 4.89 times more likely to engage in middle-level offending. And compared to those who were motivated to offend by the direction of others, those who did for non-financial reasons, financial gain, and for emotional reasons, drug-related issues, or other reported reasons, were less likely to engage in middle-level offending. The next set of results is the female stratified sample. Compared to women reporting steady employment, women who were steadily unemployed were at an increased odds of engaging in middle-level offending. Women with 2 or more dependents, compared to those with no dependents, were at an increased odds of engaging in middle-level offending categories. Compared to women who reported being motivated by the direction of others, those with non-financial and financial reasons were at a decreased odds of engaging in middle-level offending. The next set of results is the male stratified sample. For men, compared to men reporting steady employment, men who were steadily unemployed were at an increased odds of engaging in middle-level offending. Compared to men who are motivated to offend by the direction of others, men who did it for non-financial reasons, for financial gain, for emotional reasons, drug-related issues, or other reported reasons, were less likely to engage in middle-level offending. Notice between the male, the female, and the male stratified samples in the dependent section. Women with 2 or more dependents were at an increased odds of engaging in middle-level offending categories than men. In conclusion, there is support for both IET and GST. Monetary strain and environmental strain have an influence in the odds of committing middle and low-level white-collar crimes. In terms of gender, it is fairly invariant except for the number of dependents. The number of dependents influence female white-collar offenders over male white-collar offenders. This supports the expected finding that GST could better explain female white-collar offending and IET could explain male white-collar offending. The future direction for this research hopes to include the fraud triangle theory. Fraud triangle theory is an accounting theory that suggests that there are 3 components to explain why an individual would commit a fraud. The 3 components are rationalization, opportunity, and the pressure to commit the fraud. Rationalization suggests an individual convinces themselves committing the white-collar offense is allowed. The second is opportunity suggests that the individual is in a position to commit the fraud, like a managerial position, which allows them to get away with the fraud undetected. Pressure suggests that the individual is motivated to commit the fraud for monetary gain. These components complement IET and GST. For instance, Rationalization and opportunity provide an environmental reason for offending, complementing general strain theory. The pressure component suggests that an individual is driven to make profit, complementing institutional anomie theory. By combining the fraud triangle theory with IAT and GST, it will not only add the crucial accounting perspective, but add depth to the current research. This will also allow future research to explore gender dynamics and a larger variety of white collar crimes. We've come to the end of the presentation. Thank you so much for your attention and coming to the undergraduate research symposium.